Wyburn.
Hello, I'm Nathan Wyburn.
Young artist, Nathan Wyburn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Wyburn.
Nathan Wyburn.
He is a genius, and I can guarantee you that in 10 years' time he's going to be the icon around the world where people are going to look back and say, Nathan started this.
Start doing, like, using food?
Just over a year ago I got bored of using paint basically and decided to use other stuff, so spreads and other sorts of food, yeah. I'm from Ebbw Vale in the valleys in Wales. I'm studying fine art at the university in Cardiff. I basically live and breathe art. During my studies I sort of got bored of using pen and paper and decided to go a bit more crazy and use everyday materials in foods, such as the marmite and the toast. I like the fact that you can take something every day and make a piece of art out of it.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wyburn and I'm a pop culture portrait artist, mostly known for making celebrity portraits using unusual materials such as food items, marmite on toast, pizzas and baked beans, as well as other everyday materials such as glitter, fake tan and even clothes. However, my artwork hasn't always been this colourful, so inspired by Ollie Alexander's documentary Growing Up Gay, I'm going to go back to my roots in the Welsh valleys and find out how growing up being bullied as a gay, ginger, nerdy artist, how that affected my work at the time and how ultimately it's made me who I am today. My first stop in Ebbw Vale was to the mountains, a place I spent a lot of my time alone as a child. It was nice to reflect, but brought back unhappy memories. Next stop, my family home. And then when I got to Com, did you have any idea like why my work was so like dark and miserable all the time?
Everything was black.
Yeah.
Blacks and purples and green.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, my bedroom was black and green.
Black, green.
Yeah. So when I come around to me telling you, well, I didn't tell you at the time about the bullying and stuff, and that was quite clear in my work then. When I did the project like writing over my face and things. You didn't have any idea, and when I come out and everything, and
well, no idea because you were doing so well in school, so you never.
You never told us anything, did you?
no.
And you always had friends, so.
Which was the hardest thing as a parent, knowing now that you didn't come out and tell us that you was being bullied, because we've always been quite close as a family.
If I had come out and said that I was being bullied, it would have been me having to say why I was being bullied, which I didn't have the confidence to do at the time. So and it was still just a massive shock, and you can't.
No. There was nothing that pinpointed us thinking that you was gay.
If you was like struggling in school and stuff like that, I might have picked up on things. But obviously.
Because, no disrespect to gay people who act feminine, but you never did, so to us we would never have picked up on that. And as far as the bullying and that going on in school, we was very shocked at that.
So I don't even think I really even explained now like how bad it got. Thanks. It's, yeah, I still can't really talk about it much, but
it was probably the fact that you thinking you were hurting us in some way, but it didn't hurt us at all. The only hurt was that you didn't say.
It was just scary, wasn't it?
The only thing we would have loved was to have seen a child of yours.
A lot of people say that.
That is the main only thing.
Yeah. But there are other ways.
Yeah. But I hope you tell other people in the same situation to say.
Yeah. Don't get soppy now.
I used this opportunity at home to look at some of my artwork as a teen. I haven't seen some of it for nearly 10 years.
This is crazy. Final major project, bullying. Just remember everything being really dark and all the topics were like depression and things that would lead on to like homelessness and suicide. This is a self-portrait that I obviously just chopped down into tiny pieces, very fragmented, very confusing. I can remember like researching a lot of bullying articles and things. My first ever newspaper article, wow, 18. Nathan Wyburn, 18, from Ebbw Vale, Blaenau Gwent, was bullied from the age of 12 and even contemplated suicide. Wow, I can't even remember doing that. And that picture is dreadful. Wow. They called me ginger, gay and queer, and were forever laughing and jeering at me. It started off a small group of boys, but the influence soon spread, and other lads and girls were joining in on taunts. Consequently, some of my friends distanced themselves from me as they were afraid to be bullied too. I felt extremely isolated. At the age of 13, I felt so low I even contemplated suicide. I just wanted to escape the misery. It was crazy like reading that back after all this time. Yeah, I can remember for this project I wanted to like talk about all the things I was being bullied for, and literally, almost as if I was screaming it, just write it on my face so that anyone could see like clear as day. And crying in the photo as well. I remember I blew it up to like 12 foot tall or something, stood next to it. Quite a powerful piece. I don't even know where this was going. I decided to paint a self-portrait of myself on polystyrene and film myself setting it on fire, so my face was literally disintegrating into nothing. Just burnt, disappeared. That's pretty sad. I think it's quite clear now that there's a stark contrast between what the really fun, flamboyant, outrageous artwork that I do now, compared to everything here that I just see darkness and miserable, defeated, victimized. I don't even know how I've got through that.
I then visited the basketball court next to my old primary school. A lot of horrible traumatic events happened to me here, and it's so strange to be back. I can see my 14-year-old self, and it's almost like time hasn't even passed.
And I can remember it was one PE lesson, and basketball was like my favourite sport, and I'd always been playing it here with the other boys, and it'd been raining, and there were like puddles on the ground, and there was this one boy in particular that was always picking at me, and he kept throwing the basketball, and it was getting wet, and kind of light stuff really, nothing that was too dramatic. And then one time I just snapped and I threw the ball back and hit him, and then he retaliated and started to like beat me up. Literally had me up against the wall, my throat, and I can remember like literally feeling like he's going to jump the life of me. I didn't know whether he was going to stop. I mean, he was crazy. I don't know, he just completely snapped on me. I've seen a couple of boys that used to pick on me a lot actually since, and some of the parents of boys have like got me on Facebook and things like that, and they know what they did. Whether their families do or not, I don't know, but they know now, and they get to see what they did to that little boy that just wanted to play basketball, just have a good time. And I was feeling like I don't know, I just wanted to be good at school, and I don't know, it was a really horrible time. So I think it's quite obvious that I was being picked on for like being nerdy and having ginger hair and stuff like that, but then the whole gay thing on top of it just made it impossible for me to talk about. And I just should have, as soon as I realised that I should have spoke about it instead of going about it the way I did. I wish I could say to that person that if you did tell someone that it'll be alright. I just wish I spoke to someone about it, because it got really dark, and it's just stupid.
Although you don't realise it at the time, things definitely get better.
Ultimately now, I try to use the profile that I've made to give back and help people where I can. I've become an ambassador for the anti-bullying charity Bullies Out. I've posed in my underwear for a Red Hot campaign, which was basically celebrating the beauty of redheads. I've also become an ambassador for Pride Cymru, where I get to host some of the main stage, I get to talk about my experience, I get to speak to people who are struggling and hopefully make a difference to them. And I also work with a lot of other charities like the Prince's Trust, who are very heavily focused on helping the youth today. So I try to give back as much as I can and hopefully make a difference. I have got to experience some absolutely incredible things because of my artwork. I've got to meet some people that I've admired for most of my life. I've got to go to the garden party at Buckingham Palace because of the charity work that I've done. I've got to be on front cover of newspapers like The Guardian. I've got to have interviews all around the world. I've got to do some amazing things because I took myself out of that situation where I was doubting myself and started to believe in myself through something I knew I was good at, and ultimately turned a horrible thing into my life and into my career, and didn't let it defeat me. And I feel proud of myself, I feel great, I live a great life.
Working alongside Nathan and being Nathan's friend, I mean, it's inspiring to see how passionate he is about helping other people now, and you know, he continues to get bad press, comments made about his work, and you know, some of it's quite disgusting, and he deals with that abuse, that internet abuse, so well. So he's grown, and you know, I'm really proud of the fact that he can handle the abuse now, and it doesn't get him down like it would have years ago, which is like his story years ago is just heartbreaking to hear.
Nathan's been our Pride Ambassador now for the last 2-3 years, and he's Nathan. I mean, he's absolutely amazing. The support he gives to Pride Cymru, and the inspiration that he gives young people in our youth committee and the schools that he goes into is second to none. We'd be lost without him.
Any advice I would give to someone would be to speak to someone. That was one thing I found really difficult, and as soon as I did, it got so much easier. Whether it's a friend or whether it's someone that works for one of these charity organisations, or whether it's even just over the internet, I found it a lot easier when I started to speak about it. I started to believe in myself through something I was confident at, so find something that you're good at and, you know, excel yourself with it. And ultimately things have and do get better. The things that I used to get picked on for, whether it was my ginger hair, whether it was being gay, whether it's because I was academic and nerdy in school, are the things that I now love most about myself and I celebrate most about myself, and they are the things that make me different to anybody else and have ultimately made me the artist and the person, the successful person that I am today. I kind of want to say thank you to the people that bullied me in a way, because without them I definitely don't think I'd have the character or the personality that I have now. So thank you. You actually made my life a lot better when you thought that you were making it worse. And for anyone watching this, if it helps one person, that would mean the world to me. Whether it's the bully, the person being bullied, or a family member of someone that just isn't quite sure if something's going on with their child or their friend, and they start to notice similarities in the stories. this would make the entire documentary worthwhile. So thank you for watching, and bye.